When I popped that little disc in my PSP, I was introduced to the usual creative Rockstar logos. Followed by... wait, what is this? That's how it starts? Yep, that was my reaction when I first started playing the game. We were then introduced to the game's protagonist, Huang Li. Not only were we introduced to the main character, but also a new style of cutscenes. It's similar to a comic book style. Not many people liked it, but hey, at the time I kinda understood the limitation Nintendo itself had, and to be quite honest, I didn't really care what the cutscenes looked like. I was just happy to play another game on my PSP. Then we were introduced to what the gameplay would be like, and it caught me off guard as it was from a top-down perspective. The friend who lent me the game did warn me that it was not like Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories or Vice City Stories, but I was too excited to give a damn. I still didn't give a shit what it looked like, I just wanted to start playing. After the cutscene, where our character gets ambushed, shot in the head and kidnapped, we were now introduced to the game's bizarre and yet surprisingly cool theme, which I won't be playing due to copyright reasons, but I don't know. Like always, I'm not going to talk about the game story. You can watch any of these videos if you're interested. I will, however, talk about what I loved about this game and why I fell in love with it as well. What do I start off with first? I guess, naturally, I'll talk about the gameplay. As mentioned previously, it isn't a normal third-person game, like the original Grand Theft Autos, but instead a top-down camera position, more isometric than Grand Theft Auto 1, 2, and Advance. It's unique, and that's why I liked it. I guess the big reason as why they chose this type of gameplay is because the game did launch on DS, then on PSP, and then on phones. So they had to come up with some way to create a full Grand Theft Auto game on the DS without it struggling. The mechanics are simple, not in a way that they had to dumb it down for the DS, but it's easy for a new player to pick it up and just play. The driving is quite chaotic. It's not difficult, but sometimes it can get frustrating, because vehicles can either turn very quickly and cause an accident, or very slowly and cause an accident. It takes a while to get used to, but eventually it gets fun. Speaking of cars, almost every single car from GTA 4 is here, as well as the addition of the cabbie from the older Grand Theft Auto titles. There's also this Formula R racing car, which means this makes it the only game in the entire franchise to have it until quite recently, a few years ago, it returned in a GTA Online DLC. Oh, what I forgot to mention about cars is that when you perform a burnout, it leaves a streak of flames as you move forward, kinda like Back to the Future. But the fun part about it is that when you do this, where in front of a pedestrian, you can set them alight, which is absolutely insane in my opinion. Oh yeah, I forgot, you can also swim in this game.
Okay.
Whenever you steal a parked car in the Grand Theft Auto games, the character would automatically hotwire the vehicles, and then you're off to do whatever you want. But in this game, there's a little mini game where they tell you to press the corresponding buttons and move analog sticks to start hotwiring the vehicle. Sometimes you have to do a hacking mini game for much more modern vehicles. Others you just jam a screwdriver in the ignition and then it starts. The hacking mini game for an impatient 14-year-old was really annoying, and I would constantly fail them. I remember in Liberty City Stories, the most frustrating weapon in the game, for me, was the Molotov cocktails. In this game, you have to make your own. Just go to any of these locations on the map, which honestly made me think that there was a fuel system in this game. And here's where the magic begins. You have to take empty bottles and try your best to make sure that the pump is filling the bottle and you're not spilling anywhere. It's tedious, but it's new. And new means creativity. Oh, there's also this new minigame. A minigame that will make CJ smite you for all of time. The drug deal minigame. It's pretty self-explanatory, where you have to buy drugs from other dealers as well as sell to them or other dealers, and sometimes the cops do get involved. There are also stores in which you can enter and buy food for health, and even scratch cards, where you could stand a chance to win either health, more food, a little money, and sometimes a brand new safe house. For some reason you could also dig into the trash, which was weird. And depending on the type of dumpster, you could either get a half-eaten hot dog or a used condom. But sometimes, if you choose the right dumpster, you'll find guns. Which, in my opinion, is by far the most American thing I've ever seen in a Grand Theft Auto game. What else am I missing? Oh yeah, the map. Now, when I was playing this game, I was thinking that this map was based on GTA 3's map. I made this assumption due to the game using certain sound effects only found in the story's games. But boy, was I in for a huge surprise. This game's map is based on GTA 4's map. It's only missing Alderney, but it's the entire map of Grand Theft Auto 4. It's scaled down significantly, but it's still the map from GTA 4. Not only that, this game's story takes place 1 year after GTA 4's main campaigns, which means, my fellow gremlins, is that this game is part of the HD universe. Alongside GTA 4, Ballad of Gay Tony, Lost and Damned, GTA 5 and GTA Online. This also means is that this is the only HD universe game to be released on older hardware, other than the PS3, Xbox 360 and PC, which made me very happy indeed. The map does seem a bit square though. Oh, future me here, I actually forgot to mention that the pause menu in this game, well, there isn't a pause menu. I mean, there is sort of like a pause menu, but when you press start, you enter the PDA, which is the game's version of the main menu. You can obviously browse the map and everything, save game, do whatever you want. And what else? Oh yeah, you can actually buy weapons online. Not literally online, but in the game, there is no ammunition store. So you have to order them online in the game, which was amazing. Anyway, back to the video. Let's talk about the missions, shall we? I'll only mention a few missions that I liked because, let's face it, I implore you to play this game for yourself. The first mission, Dragon Hall Z. This fortunately named mission is actually a fun mission in my opinion. You have to steal this truck that has this dragon costume and deliver it to the back of the bank. Then, as Zhao and his gang run out of the bank after robbing it, you and the people involved have to use the dragon costume and try to blend in with the festival that is taking place. Or there's also a suspicion meter, so you have to do tricks to divert the cops' attention. It's dumb fun to play. Slaying with Fire. This mission, you have to accompany Chan in a helicopter, where he asks you to throw Molotov cocktails at the other gang members. All this is happening in Happiness Island, and it's just crazy. And just looking at the miniature statue of Happiness is hilarious and cool at the same time. I just wish they gave us other weapons in this mission, other than the Molotovs. Mission 3, Oversights. In this mission, you have to help Rudy out during a mission with this Capra. Things go south and you have to use a sniper that's on top of one of the buildings where the meet is taking place. I like this perspective that was used for the rifles. Of course, they had to do it due to limitations, but it works so well. Also, I kinda like this little mini game to assemble the rifle. God, it's so satisfying. And then my fourth and final favorite mission, Trailblazer. In this mission, you have to steal a tanker and take it to a gambling den to destroy it. But before you leave with the stolen tanker, the police arrive and they fire towards you. Eventually, one of them hits the tanker and it starts to leak fuel. So you have to reach the den before it explodes. Now it's time to talk about what everyone else does whenever Grand Theft Auto is mentioned. The music. The music in this game is not everyone's cup of tea, and I would say, in my opinion, the weakest selection of music in any Grand Theft Auto game. But there's a huge but in my statement. The music selection in this game is unique and fun to listen to, and is by no means bad. It's way better than whatever Need for Speed Unbound did, and I never played that game. Anyway, the DS came with 5 stations only. Tikla, Deadmau5, or as I like to call it, Deadmau 5, Alchemist, Truth and Soul, and Prairie Cartel. The PSP and mobile versions had all 5 of these stations, but would then added 6 more stations. Stations like DJ Khalil, Tortoise, Turntables on the Hudson, Anvil, Sinowave, and DFA. Here are some of my favorite songs in each station. Again, I will leave a playlist in the description that has every single radio station in it, so you can come up with your own favorite list. Alchemist is a station that plays experimental hip-hop instrumentals and is named after the music producer, The Alchemist. Some of my favorite songs were Crime Rate by Gangrene, Future Trains by Gangrene, and Crack by Gangrene. Anvil is a station that only plays songs by the metal band Anvil. And my favorite songs by them is Metal on Metal, Winged Assassin, and March of the Crabs. Deadmau5 is a station that plays electronic and progressive house tunes, named after the DJ Deadmau5, of course. And some of my favorite songs in the station is Hi Friend by Deadmau5 featuring MC Flipside, Tilt by B-Sod, and Saws and Squares by B-Sod. DFA is a dance, punk, disco, electronica station featuring songs produced by DFA Records. Some of my favorite songs is The Odyssey Sound Mog and Nodasher Edit by Walter Jones, The Simple Life by the Juan McLean. The song sounds like something that Giovanni Giorgio would make. It's absolutely amazing. And finally, Riot on Planet 10, Blitzgrass Scheme Remix by Stranglets. DJ Khalil is a funk hip-hop instrumental radio station playing songs produced by DJ Khalil. Some of my favorite songs is Chin Danny, Bo Da Goodfella Live from the Garden, New Bishop, God's Hand, Die With My Jutsu, and The Game, Defari Show Some Love. Prairie Cartel is a station playing mostly rock, electronica, and indie music named after the band Prairie Cartel. Some of my favorite songs are Burn Down the Other Side, and this sounds like the 80s to me. It's absolutely amazing. Narcotic Insidios. This song belongs in an episode of Samurai Jack, if you know what I mean. And finally, No Lights Escape There. Sinowave. This station, it plays typical Chinese folk songs. So I never really listened to this station, but you decide for yourself if you're interested in it. But I do fancy this one song, A Trip to Lhasa, Movement for Driving Out Demons by the Central Traditional Orchestra. It reminds me of a song that you'll hear at the end credits of hey, don't get angry with what I'm about to say now, Kung Fu Panda movie. Okay? Relax, okay? The next one, Tikla. This is a dub radio station playing primarily reggae-inspired beats, named after the reggae dub artist Tikla. My favorite songs were Pork Eater by Tikla featuring Rob Simon, The Dub and the Restless by Sonic Boom, Wicked A Dub It by Douglas and DeGraw featuring Rob Simon, whatever. To be quite honest, all of these songs in this station are bangers, and everyone should give this station a try, whether you're high or just losing your mind. Tortoise is a station playing post-rock, named after the band Tortoise, and some of my favorite songs in the station is Salt the Skies, Charter Rock Foundation. This song belongs in a Silent Hill game. Just listen to it yourself. I can't play it due to copyright, but I just listen to it. And Prepare Your Coffin. Truth and Soul is a jazz, soul, easy listening and funk station named after the Truth and Soul record label. Some of my favorite songs is Song for Ray by Bronx River Parkway. This song just screams 70s cop show. Too Late to Turn Back by Al Michaels Affair, and El Pueblo Unido by Al Michaels Affair. Every song in the station is for everyone looking for some mood music to chill, or maybe to rob a local mob boss and try to run away. Again, this station is full with certified bangers. Turntables on the Hudson. This station is a world beat music station named after the music festival. And some of my favorite songs are Two Sips and Magic by Nicodemus, Sun Children by Nicodemus, and Afro Disco Infra Gandhi and Chameleon Selector remix by Zeb. There was also another station, but only on mobile devices, called Independence FM. This station is like the MP3 player station in the older Grand Theft Auto games on PC, but according to GTA Wiki, the player must create an iTunes playlist titled GTA, which will allow the game to randomly play songs within the playlist. Only available in iOS and Android versions, of course. GTA Chinatown Wars is one of the best Grand Theft Auto games in the franchise, and the fact that the majority of the players have dismissed this game is absolutely disappointing. I had fun playing this game. Its unique story, fun gameplay, ridiculous but enjoyable side quests, and random events was worth every single hour playing it. Hey, if it makes it any better, it's literally a sequel to GTA 4, so you can treat it like how the episodes on Liberty City was treated by fans. Whether you play it on phones, the PSP or the DS, it doesn't really matter, just enjoy it. The PSP version is the best version, by the way. And in my opinion, it's the last time that Rockstar Games was truly creative. If you're still gonna be a hard ass when it comes to the camera of the game, there is a mod available for it, but don't expect it to look like the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, okay? I hope you enjoyed this little video. I also hope you understand that you should never judge something just by the way it looks. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching my video on Vice City Stories. Thank you so much for your time. Till we meet again.